the last guy we really want to touch on here was, one of the more fun, surprising, free agent signings that we've had in recent years, and that's Mike Hilton.
Yeah.
I was pretty surprised when we signed him, obviously coming from the Steelers, but he's got a very unique skill set, very, very unique skill
Very
set,
unique.
very fun player. But again, we seem to keep getting younger and younger and more athletic, especially in the secondary. But Ev, I know you're a big cornerback guy,
Yeah.
so take this one home.
I think so much of this depends on how Dax and DJ Turner look at corner this year. I think we're all pretty content with Cam Taylor-Britt being that kind of maybe high-end cornerback too. If he continues to ascend on his upward trajectory and stay healthy, which is the big thing for him. But when he's on the field, we feel like he has the talent, the production. But if you end up with DJ Turner and Dax Hill, I've always said that I think Cam Taylor-Britt and Dax Hill would both profile as excellent slot corners. And we see Dax has kind of had a lot of success being closer to the line of scrimmage, being lined up in the box, covering tight ends, being a little bit of a blitzer like Mike Hilton has. I feel like if Dax Hill really shows that he can stick at corner for them and they feel good about it, that makes you feel a little bit better about
100%.
maybe letting Mike Hilton leave. Then again, Lou Anarumo could be traumatized by letting Jesse Bates walk and Von Bell at the same time and go, you see how young this room is? Don't let that guy leave right now. Give him what he wants. And maybe Mike Hilton says, I love you, Big Lou, and I love what we've done with the Bengals here, and I love this team, and I want to be here. And again, so much of this is they're not likely to pay guys over 30 market value. So if these guys are willing to come to the table and say, hey, I will take half of what I could get from team X with $80 million cap space that is just trying to get good players in there. Again, you have to be looking for those teams like the Bears, like the Falcons, like the Raiders that are just going to have a bunch of money to be like, hey, we need players with a pulse that are average, right?
For sure.
So those are the guys who are going to pay for guys like Ted Karras and overpay for guys like Mike Hilton because they go, hey, we got a quarterback on a rookie contract. We don't care if we overpay you for 2 years, right? So those are the teams you're competing with. So there's going to have to be a little bit of incentive for these guys to maybe cede a little bit of ground when it comes to the contract for how much you might be looking for, or if you want guarantees into year 2, year 3 when you're
it just has to make sense. It just has to make sense, right? But it's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out. That's for sure.
Yeah.